The bell is tolling. It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Le'Veon Bell, fresh off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Jets. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Here's Dalton, brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Right here.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people. Catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Andy Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Third down from the gun. Dalton. And able to find Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The numbers for Mixon last week: 23 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little?
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the 1st.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. On 3rd down, Akers. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We'll look now at our starting defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Geno Atkins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. From the 45 on 2nd down, Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, get stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Let's go, D.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. This is Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And gearing up for another drive, Tyler Eifert trots back onto the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's got Green. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone, and it's 3rd and short. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Dalton to throw. And Eifert has it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Bring it. Bring it.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Jets on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. This third down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. Now it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. So Dalton now. He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it with Bell. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. Dalton on the draw to Mixon, and he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now off the bootleg, Darnold into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Darnold from the gun. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's been the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, who's led the way. His guys have the lead as we head back up to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Godden. Brandon.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Let's go. Let's do this.
You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's going to be a long day.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Dalton, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Let's go.
On first down, Mixon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down now, Akers. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
We got 4. We got 4. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Bell. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
52, right 52. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
To throw is Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay,
under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Tremaine Johnson could not be contained on the corner blitz.
well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
A draw play for Mixon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. And adding on to their lead, the Jaguars have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Mixon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Powers through. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Darnold on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Herndon's got it complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Open man is Anderson.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Going long here for Wallace. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Green brings it in. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on out here, come get some.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard.
Let's go.
Still 1st down.
50. The mic, boys. 52. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the
To the air again, Darnold. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Throwing again is Darnold. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Darnold to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Here's Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, but it'll be second and goal. On second and goal, Darnold looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 54 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On first down, Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A 4-yard pickup, that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Quincy Enunwa couldn't reel that one in, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. One last throw now for Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bengals, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game guest